Hello, and welcome to another edition of Paranormal Activity and Mysterious Stories. In this video, I got a lot of new UFO sighting videos. Actually, I got a couple coming out of Mexico, and they actually show very similar events. This is from Colima, Mexico, and it shows this little dot and then a bunch of little objects flying out of it. Same thing with this video here. This is in Mexico City. And I got another one of these videos where someone was, taking a video of something else and happened to catch this object moving through the field of view at an incredibly high speed. And then, this is something interesting. I remember on this website, Godlike Productions, a few months back, I remember coming across this information about, info coming from ex-girlfriend at Travis Air Force Base, talking about how all of these meteors are supposed to impact the Earth. I don't remember what day it said, but, initially I thought it was BS. If you look here, it got a whole lot of comments. A lot of people were talking about it, and I was, I was very skeptical. But then recently, I come across, not that one here. Recently, come across this this video here about an asteroid heading our way before presidential election, and also that a car-side asteroid flew within 2,000 miles of Earth, and NASA didn't get it until after it passed us. And then another one of these white UFOs seen from a plane. And finally, some water spouts that were filmed off the coast of Louisiana. And, I have a crazy theory about what it could be. But I'll get to that later on. But first of all, let's get to this first video. These both of these are from Reddit. But let's take a look at this one here. Now, this is kind of long, so I'm not going to play all of it because, essentially the same thing happens. But, if you want to check out any more of it, you can always go to the link that I'll put in the description.
Perdón por tanto movimiento, pero no tengo tripié esta vez.
Now look at these things. Look at these little objects. That's pretty high up there. I wonder if there would be any way to determine the size of this thing. And again, this isn't an isolated incident. There are a lot of videos taken in the past of very similar event.
Ahora son muchos.
Which again, it goes back to my belief that these objects aren't visiting. They're not traveling, several light years, hundreds of light years, or from other dimensions, or, from the future or anything like that to just do this. I think that, in the parts of this planet that we have no idea what's going on, like I've said it in one of my previous videos, from my understanding, we've explored maybe 5% of this planet, which means, there's a whole lot of this planet that we don't know what is going on. And, when I say we, I mean I firmly believe there has to be people within high levels of government that do know what's going on. But you know what? Again, this is essentially the same thing. This is a 6.5 minute video. I don't want to play the entire video. I just want to, show you a little bit of it because basically the same thing goes on here. But let's take a look at this other video. Now, again, this is something very similar, but this is from Mexico City. You want to start it right from the beginning so you can see, get an idea of scale here. I think this is a bridge or something here. Now remember, this is a different video. Look at that. I think this is kind of different. You know, I think, isn't there the legend of Kubla Khan or some kind of bird or something?
Ah, pues ¿cuántas va a sacar?
You know, if this isn't something that's like made or created, this could be some type of organic creature that lives in low Earth orbit, or lives in this part of the atmosphere. I mean, who knows? I mean, these could be eggs or something. Because again, you know what? There's definitely things that live in low Earth orbit. I have one of the videos that talks about, I think it was STS-75, when we were testing some kind of energy collector that we launched out into space. They know exactly it was 12 miles long. And when they activated it, so much energy came through that it burnt out where it was connected to the space station or to whatever it was connected to. So it broke off, starts floating out into space, and when they were viewing it through the infrared camera, all of these strange round objects started floating around. And again, this couldn't be seen with the naked eye. It could only be seen with the infrared filters. But these objects that were in low Earth orbit were anywhere from a half a mile to 3 miles, and I think some were bigger, wide. Yes, I said a half a mile to 3 miles wide. Yeah, look up STS-75 if you want to see the video. Yeah, but this isn't, I don't think this, yeah, this is some type of creature. Yeah, our planet, we have life everywhere. Didn't scientists just recently discover some sharks living in, or by some volcanoes or living in a volcano or something like that? And, life finds a way to exist on any environment on this planet. And we as a species, we haven't discovered everything that lives on this planet. I mean, yeah, what if this is some type of new species? I'm just babbling, who knows? But again, I'll leave a link. This is another 6.5-minute video. I don't want to play the whole thing, but I'll leave a link in the description. So let's go to this next video here. Now, let me read. This is from Yorkshire Live. A bizarre-looking object does indeed seem to fly past the aircraft at a high speed. Let me read quickly here. It is actually possible that a real-life UFO flew over Doncaster this week. Well, social media seems to think so. The video footage above was shared across several platforms throughout the last 24 hours, with thousands of people suggesting that this could be a genuine sighting. The video, captured by Doncaster man Andrew Pollard, has become a huge talking point. Andrew, from Maltby, has said that he believed it to be far too fast to be a drone or a bird. The mystery object appears in his film around 3 seconds into the footage that he recorded. You can see the object first appear on the right-hand side as it flies above the aircraft in a straight line. All right, let's let me go widescreen with this first. Make sure I start here at the beginning. All right, let's check this out here. Now you're going to see this object come zooming through this screen super quick. There it goes. You see that thing? Now remember, look at this guy. This film is in slow motion. And did you see how fast that thing went through? Okay, let me start it again. Let me go back to the beginning because he doesn't start it again. But now again, watch. This thing is going in slow motion, and you're going to see this object zip through the screen. Oops. Now remember, it's going to come right here within 2 to 3 seconds after the video starts. There it goes. Let's play that again. Again, it's going to start right around here. Let me see if I can try and catch it right as it. There it is. You see this object right here? And remember, this film is in super slow motion. So whatever this is, it's moving at an incredibly high speed. And you know, this is not to say that it's definitely alien. I believe that our government has things that they haven't shown us. I mean, you know, the explanation for this, it could be U.S. military or some other military. Let me watch that again. Let me catch that again. Look at that. One more time. Yeah, that's not a bird. And again, you know, I have a ton of these videos. These objects, I mean, if it's not U.S. military, if you know, the ones that aren't, okay, yeah, I definitely believe our government has things like this, but a lot of them, and the ones that, you know, were being cited hundreds of years ago and thousands of years ago, they're not from people visiting this planet. They're from beings that we share the planet with. But anyways, okay, so now here is this post from Godlike Productions that I remember coming across on the 4th. Now this is text code made known, info not classified, not asteroids, but off-world vessels, possibly scouts, more incoming. Now let me give you a quick read of this here. Okay, it says, just got off the phone, or info coming from ex-girlfriend stationed at Travis Air Force Base. Just got off the phone with her, came directly here to lay it out for you guys. She contacted me via text only with the numerical code for urgent matters that we used during the days of pagers, not 911, along with a number to call, a payphone of all things, the news. Now, I think the date here is when he received it, yeah, because according to this is 8/4. Thursday 8/4, Friday 8/6. Incoming asteroid with U.S. coastal range impact expected, affecting a range anywhere from mid-southern Alaska to the San Francisco Bay Area. It's measured at nearly 230 feet wide and highly probable that it breaks apart upon entry, causing fragmentary ballistics with a debris field over 1,000 miles long. Their intel suggests that fallout could reach inland as far as Colorado, depending on what part of the Pacific it enters the atmosphere and if it breaks apart. This is what they are warning for, as it is the most likely scenario, but the worst case scenario is that it doesn't break apart and that there's a direct impact where one or two things happens. Ocean impact. Expect tsunami of 80 to 100 feet high along a 700-mile radius of coastline and 30 to 50 feet high on entire indirect west coast shoreline. Computer simulations state this as preferable of the two scenarios, as a lot of the high coast cliffs and bluffs can withstand this type of tsunami with minimum civilian risk. Land impact, complete devastation, possible earthquake trigger, toxic dust, could fires, power grid down, national monument deconstruction, forest devastation, tremendous loss of life, etc. I asked why they are hoping for a break apart scenario over a direct hit to the ocean, and she said it because if it breaks apart, the debris field will be so wide and long that most of the fragments would most likely be the size of a bowling ball up to a large home television and would land mostly in unpopulated high desert regions. She said, get this, its trajectory is set to brush dangerously close with, if not impact and take out altogether, the ISS. Hence the recent departure and homecoming of our two astronauts. This news and her contact came as a complete surprise to me, as we only stay in contact via social media and very sparsely at that. I asked why she contacted me, and she said because she knew I'd do the right thing and get the word out. Other than a standard issue tsunami warning after the fact, there are no warnings given to the public about this. Now again, I remember when this came out, and this site, there's been a ton of, warning this is going to happen, warning that's going to happen. And yeah, generally I ignore all of these things. But then recently, I came across this. This is on August 20th. A car-sized asteroid flew within 2,000 miles of Earth, the closest ever recorded, and NASA missed it. On August 16th, a space rock the size of a car zipped past Earth at a distance too close for comfort, approximately 1,830 miles. What's even more disconcerting is that NASA never saw it until after it had happened. Now think about that, 1,800. I think the moon is like just over 200,000 miles away. And this thing was 1,800. According to a report by Business Insider, it was the closest ever recorded, according to asteroid trackers and a catalog compiled by Sermano Astronomical Observatory in Italy. The report said the space rock, because of its size, most likely wouldn't have posed any danger to people on the ground had it struck our planet, but it noted that the close call is worrisome nonetheless, since astronomers had no idea the asteroid existed until after it passed by. The asteroid approached undetected from the direction of the sun. Paul Chodas, the director of NASA's Center for Near-Earth Object Studies, told Business Insider, "We didn't see it coming. The space rock was first detected about 6 hours after it flew by Earth by the Palomar Observatory in California." The record-breaking nature of the event was confirmed by Chodas. Yesterday's close approach is closest on record if you discount a few known asteroids that have actually impacted our planet, the report quoted. Okay, so there's a lot of other information here, but yeah, we just scraped by, got by. But then here, check this out. Not to be a complete fearmonger, but this came out on August 22nd. Asteroid heading our way day before presidential election. This year could end with a bang. Scientists recently spotted an asteroid on a direct collision course to Earth, projected to hit a day before the presidential election in November. The flying space object, known as 2018 VPT, is expected on November 2nd, according to the Center for Near Object Studies at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. The asteroid is 6.5 feet in diameter, according to NASA data, and first identified at the Palomar Observatory in California 2 years ago. The space agency said there could be 3 potential impacts based on 21 observations spanning 12 0.968 days with the chance of a direct impact less than 1%. I think even if it did impact at 12 or 6.5 feet, it's not going to do much. I think this is more fear mongering. But anyways, I'll leave a link to this. This isn't as scary as I initially thought. So now here, remember the Tic Tac UFO that was spotted by David Fravor at the USS Nimitz incident? Apparently another one was seen, another, white object. This is a great UFO sighting blatantly from an airplane. So let's just, is there I don't remember if there's a video. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, let's check out this video here. Let me go full screen. You can see guys on a plane. Oh, and check it out. It's one of our neighbors. Look, you know what? With what I believe, I mean, as many planets as there are out there, there's no doubt. Yes, some of these objects have to be quote unquote visitors, but based on how often we are seeing these things, and come on, turn on the TV. How many of these UFO encounter shows, that recreate all of these different sightings that have taken place throughout the years before we realize that the reason why there are so many sightings and so many encounters is not because these UFOs or beings or whatever they are just coming for a quick visit, quick sightseeing tour. Again, maybe some of them are. Maybe some of them are. But the vast majority of UFO sightings that have taken place on this planet for literally thousands of years is because there are other people with advanced technology, with faster than light capability, that do have the ability to visit other planets and other solar systems and other galaxies. That they're on this planet with us. Well, again, which leads me to here, this video, simultaneous water spout. You know what? Yeah, this segues right into my belief. Look at. These are 6 water spouts. Now, because of what I believe, like I don't think that we're alone on this planet. I believe that there are some other species that have crafts, that are a mile wide. I'm of the belief that this isn't like a natural weather phenomenon. I'm open. I mean, yes, it definitely could be, but I'm also open to the possibility that this is maybe, some craft's way of gathering their fuel. Maybe this is how their crafts gather fuel. Maybe they're using, ocean water to power their crafts. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. If you like things like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe because I have more things like this. Take care.